Hi friends, welcome here. Thank you for clicking on this video. I think this is my last video of 2024, which is crazy. So thank you for being with me on this journey of 2024. It was a huge year of growth for me in so many different ways, but in my channel in particular, I grew a lot. I have so many new subscribers, so thank you for being here. And I've done a lot of different things that I never thought I would do, and I'm starting a Patreon and just all these things. It's like, wow, this has been a really fruitful year and I'm thankful for it. And it's because you guys like to watch my videos, so thank you for watching. And I am going to be doing the end of year book tag. I think last year Destiny Sidwell made this tag, so I'm using those questions. I saw her, did she do it again this year? I'm not sure if she did it again, but I saved it and I knew that I wanted to do it this year. So this is kind of my yearly wrap up. I'm not going to go over every single book that I read because there is a lot. Some of these books you'll have seen before, but it's just a nice kind of like recap. And there's some things that I haven't gone over before too. So I am going to start. So question 1 is most disappointing book of the year, and there's kind of several, but I would say the most disappointing is The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center, because I love Catherine Center, I love her writing, I love most of her books, but this book was a big letdown for me, and so I didn't enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars. Like, it wasn't a terrible book, but I wasn't into it. I didn't like it. So that was a huge disappointment. Next question is underdog book. And for me, I don't know that I read a lot of books that like most people don't like, but I am gonna say Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren, just because on my channel it feels a little bit out of place that I liked it so much, just because I usually like, you know, promote clean romance and stuff. And this book is clean, there's no spice in it, but this author duo I think does write spice in their books normally. So for this book to be one of my favorites and a 5-star was like definitely made it an underdog, and I do think more people would like it. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but still, I did like it and I was surprised, so that makes it an underdog for me. Next is overhyped book, and I don't want to offend anyone, okay? I'm just gonna say the 2 books I tried to read by Mandy Blake, okay? But she's a block of cheese. If you like cheesy romance, read Mandy Blake. Okay. And then I've also talked about Ruthless Vows before too by Rebecca Ross. So yeah, I would say those 2 are overhyped for me. Next is book that surprised you, and for me that's Mark of the Raven by Morgan L. Bussey, because this book I did not expect to like. This is like kind of Christian young adult fantasy, and that just doesn't interest me, but it was done well enough because this girl is a dream walker, so she like goes into people's dreams, and I actually found that part really interesting. Normally like some kind of like, I don't know, just I didn't think I would like it, but I thought it was written interesting. And then when the romance started popping up, I was like, I got invested. Like, it was written really well, so I was surprised that I liked it so much. I gave it 4 stars. I would totally continue reading the trilogy if my library had the books. Okay, next is fave book couple of the year. There's too many good ones to pick. Like, so I just pulled out. So the couple in this book, I guess it kind of spoils it back here. Yeah, so Ivy and Gil. Oh, love them. Love them. The couple from this series, I'm not going to say who because it kind of spoils this first book if you know going into it. So just know that I like the couple from this series. The couple in The Lost Library, are you kidding me? I love it. I love it. I love it. Callie and Asher. Yes. They're such a good pair. I love it. And then obviously Kai and Peyton. Obviously. Like, they're OTP forever. Amazing. Okay, next is favorite main character. And I'm gonna say Cassie from The Naturals. I really enjoyed reading from her perspective. She was so smart and she was impulsive, but not in an annoying way. Like, I don't know, I really liked her character. And then also Pip from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Loved reading from her perspective. I thought that she was just so fascinating and accurate to like what a teenager, like how they would react to certain things. And she was also very smart. I love reading about smart female characters. And then Much Afraid by Heinz Feet on High Places. Yeah, I liked her a lot. I think it's a her. I just assume it's a her. Because relatable, you know? very much relatable, but very encouraging too. So loved her. Next is new favorite author you discovered in 2024. Do we even need to? Like, Lynn Blackburn, for sure, hands down. Her books, 4 stars or 5 stars. Nothing lower than a 4. Yeah, she's definitely a new favorite author from this year because I discovered her this year and I was like, I love you. We're meant to be. So yeah, she's definitely the best author that I discovered this year. This is Happiest book, and for this one I picked Starstruck by Amy Clipston just because it did make me so happy to read it, because I went in with really low expectations and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but then I really did. So yeah, this is like a celebrity romance and I thought it was done really well. So it was just pleasant, it was easy to read, I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'd recommend it and it made me happy. Next is most frustrating book, and I'm just gonna say Bryn and Sebastian Hate Each Other by Bethany Turner. I really don't like this book and I was very frustrated to be listening to the audiobook the whole time, but I didn't give up. I pushed through to the very end and yeah, didn't like it. Best book adaptation, so I didn't watch any, and the only book that I read that has an adaptation is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I didn't watch it. So I think it's on Netflix, yeah, and I haven't tried it, but I might. So yeah, that's the only one. Otherwise, most Christian fiction doesn't have adaptations, and then yeah, I just didn't read anything else with an adaptation, but A Good Girl's Guide to Murder does have one, and I might read it or watch it, but I haven't yet. If you guys have watched it, let me know if it's good and if it's accurate to the books. Next question is longest book you read, and according to Goodreads, it's Destroy the Day by Bridget Kimmerer. This is the 3rd book to the Defy the Night trilogy. This book was 550 pages of the hardcover version, and yeah, I read the whole thing. It flew by. I really enjoyed this book, but I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't recommend this series because there's a relationship in this 3rd book that just is not something that I want to read. So I'm just gonna say that, and because of that, I can't recommend this trilogy to you guys, but I did really like the wrap up to the world. So if that relationship wasn't in there, it would have been a 5-star, but anyways, but yeah, that's the longest book that I read. And the shortest book is Cookies and Kisses by Marie Soleil. This is 48 pages on the Kindle. Don't remember what this book is about. Don't remember anything about this book. 48 pages are gone from my mind. No idea what it's about, but it is the shortest one that I read according to Goodreads. Okay, favorite covers of the year. This was fun. Okay, so definitely Christmas in the Castle Library by Anne Swindle. What a beautiful cover. I don't own the book. I read it on as an ebook, but that cover is gorgeous. I love kind of the reddish burgundy covers for Christmas. It's just so good. And then I do love the cover for Cornered. I don't know what it is. That girl's really pretty. I like the colors, the font. I like her expression, just everything. I really like this cover, and I really hope it comes to the mail soon. Our mail strike is over, so I should be getting a whole bunch of things in the mail, I hope. Okay, next is a book you haven't stopped talking about, and I'm not exactly sure. I'd be curious what you guys think the answer is to this question, because I don't know. I actually am going to say Beyond Ivy Walls by Rachel Fordham, just because I made a separate short about it, and I do feel I talk about her books fairly often when it comes to historical Christian fiction, but I think I spread things out fairly well. But is there a book from this year that you would say you heard me talk about multiple times? I feel it's this book, but let me know. Okay, cringiest book. I picked Not the Billionaire by Kristen Norman. I already talked about this book in my worst books of the year and in my best and worst books of each month, so I won't go too into detail about it, but it was Christian romance, but it was cringy because the way that the plot went and the characters, it was so... I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know if I would call it cringy, actually. Maybe I would pick something else, like a Mandy Blake book, but that's okay. I really... The Mandy Blake fans, I do not want to offend you guys. I love you all. You guys are great, and I'm the problem here, okay? I know that there's something wrong, that I don't like Mandy Blake's books, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I don't want to hate on her. So that's why she's not coming up in these answers, but she would be for some of these answers. I just have to say that. Okay, next question is unpopular book you loved, and I couldn't think of one. I don't know if there's books that aren't popular that I even try to read. Truly, I looked at my entire Goodreads and I'm I don't think I read any unpopular books. Can you guys think of an answer for that? Maybe Tangled Up in You, but I don't think so. Like, I haven't heard anything terrible about it. I don't know. I don't think I have an answer for this because I don't read, like, I don't know, controversial books very often. Although maybe I do, but I don't know. I have pretty like mid feelings on a lot of books, so I don't really need to like get into it, you know? I don't know. Okay, next is lowest and highest rated book from Goodreads. So the highest rated is Cornered, which has a 4.53 average rating, which is pretty impressive. And then the lowest is the Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. 3.07 is the average, which isn't that low, although I guess it is low for it being at the average. Yeah, I definitely agree with Cornered. Like, super enjoyed that. Gave that 4 stars. Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice, agree with that as well. Gave it 2 stars. Did not like this book, so there you go. Okay, next up is favorite quotes. So I want to get better at tabbing when I get to good quotes. So what I have here are 3 books that I can like kind of go through and look for some tabs, some good quotes. So let me do this. Okay, so for The Naturals has so many good quotes. The whole series does. But out of complete context, I will not tell you who's saying what, but like this quote is just funny. So one of the characters is eating cereal and the person says, "I have no idea what those Cheerios did to you, but I'm sure they're very sorry." There's just like funny things like that, because then later on it says, because then the person says, "Excuse me, you've been stirring them into submission for a good 5 minutes. It's spoon violence is what it is." And it's just like funny things like that is in this book all the time. And then let me pick something like super adorable. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I can't say names because this will be spoilers, but I'll just say, "You came after me," I said. "I'll always come after you," he said. Yes. Okay, let's go on to this one, because seriously, the quotes in this one, what do I even pick? Oh, I want to read this book again. It's so good.
You're still going?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll wait to start the dryer.
Thank you, yeah. Okay, here we go. So, no context, okay, but here we go. Did she realize she bit down on her lower lip when she was concentrating? Probably not. And it would be best if he didn't look at her biting down on her lip while he talked. Concentrate, you idiot. Okay, the thing is, most of these quotes, like, you need to like know the context for it to like hit good. So I don't know if I can actually say anything. But okay, beginning of chapter 20. Ivy was seriously cute first thing in the morning. That's all I want to know, okay? I want someone to call me seriously cute in the morning, you know? Anyways, amazing. I should just say like the entirety of Reckless is a quote, but here we go. I haven't actually tabbed this yet, but I have chapters seared into my brain. And so we need to be reading, I believe, yeah. Okay, I can't actually say this quote out loud, but it's the very first line of chapter 16. The build up to this line in chapter 16 makes it so good and makes it funny. Okay, I just have to say, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this was good. Okay, if you want serious quotes, I did say some in my reading vlog for this book, but page 192, they're in the water and it says, "You're okay, I've got you." I wrap my arms around her waist, holding her against me. Wrap your legs around me. Like, they're about to die and he just wants to save her. Like, come on. Like, seriously, page 291, "Let me swim for the both of us." Like, if you know. So that's all I'm gonna say. I didn't say much, but yeah, just those 3 books. Well, the Natural series as a whole, then Malicious Intent and Reckless, those quotes, rent-free in my brain. Okay, next is Most Unique Concept. For sure, the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer. Like, this series is incredible. I can't believe she thought of it, and like she makes it work and people love it. Like, it's so cool. I've only read the first 2 books, but like seriously, very impressive. I can't think of any like more unique concept than that. And then next is Would Reread. For sure, Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. Or also any Lynn Blackburn book, which I've already reread. Well, this book. So yeah, I love it. But yeah, Faking Christmas though, I for sure want to own it and tab it because that was such a good Christmas book. Okay, Goodreads reading goal reflection and 2025 goal. Okay, so my Goodreads reading goal was 88 books and I definitely surpassed it. I'm in the 140s now and I'm gonna make my goal 88 again. I might make it 90 just to round it up, but 88's fine. Who even cares? I'm good with that. Like, I used to like doing 100, but like just in case. Like, even though this year I've read the most I've read in the past couple years, but I'm really hoping that things happen next year that will make it so I can't read as much. So there is a lot going on, and I don't know what the next year is going to look like. So just to set myself up for success, I'm just going to keep it at 88. And then lastly is priorities in 2025 reading. So what are my priorities for my like reading, and which is kind of like goals, I guess, which I do have a whole goals video and a 2025 TBR. So I'll link that down below. And for my goals, the big one is I'm starting a Patreon, and I really want to do it well. And I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to kind of lean on you guys to help me figure out the best way to run a Patreon. And so I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to take up a lot of my time. There are other things going on in my personal life that I'm working on that are really amazing and beautiful, and I want to put good effort into them. So that is going on. And then I might start writing a book. I might start writing a book. Yeah, I never thought that I'd want to be an author. Although when I was really little, like in elementary school, I loved making up stories and writing them down and making up characters and making them go on adventures and stuff like that. But as I grew up, I was like, it's too hard. Like I can't do it. And I definitely like hold myself back from a lot of things. I'm learning that I should just try, because you might actually be good at something you didn't think you would be. I do want to try to write a book in 2025, not like a full one. In my goals, I said 1 chapter, and I'm not going to rush it. I don't want to write a book just for the sake of writing it. I want to write something really quality and good, and something I'd be proud to have other people read. So honestly, that's going to take years to do. And so I'm sorry to myself. I'm sorry to my readers. Like, do you guys have the patience to wait for me to write this book? But I want to try. So that'll also be taking up a lot of time. So that's why I want to have my reading goal lower as well. I don't like try to read a whole bunch of books. It just kind of happens. But if I have like other things taking up my time, I won't be able to as much. So I think 88 will be perfect. And yeah, Patreon, personal life, book, those are the priorities. So yeah, thank you guys for being here on my channel so much. I'm going back to uploading twice a week now. So Tuesdays and Saturdays are the plan, and my Patreon launches January 2nd in 2 days. So I will leave the link down below. You can check it out now if you want to look at it. And there's going to be exciting things up there already. So yeah, really excited to see how that goes. And I'm just thankful for you guys to be here. Yeah, just a huge thank you. And you've made this so fun. Like, I just love sharing everything with you, and you being here with me. It's just been the best. So yeah, I can't wait to clean up. And this is the end of 2024 for me. So, well, actually, no, there's one more video like wrapping up 2024 that I'm going to be doing, but then we're going to move on to 2025. And then Cassandra's going to share her favorite books from 2024 as well. So those will be coming. But yeah, otherwise, Happy New Year. I was going to say Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I will see you guys in the new year with a video. Don't know what it is. Favorites of the year. My favorite books of 2024 is coming on Saturday. So enjoy that. And there we go. That's everything. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.